The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Broncos. That's his first touchdown this year.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready. 18 rattle. Take go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie first-round pick. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That'll be returnable from the 35. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. Now, faking the give. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the 1st down.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry will be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Let's go.
In motion comes Thomas. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Like it, 18.
Third down and 4.
Go.
Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
As a quarterback, understanding where you are in the situation of the game is critical to playing at a high level. In this case, yes, he suffers the sack, but a couple yards deeper, and it would have resulted in a safety.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Tag. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
So I like the of the the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Let's go now.
Slot man in motion right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he's going to have the Jaguars first down. They convert in style. Huge play on fourth and long. And he'll be taken down. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carty now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, first and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as it...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
That ties the game at 14.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to air this one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Lots of space past the 45. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Cooper. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Ready?
They'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Green. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
And he's going to be taken down. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal.
70 Lions.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. They'll look to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
And goal at the 14-yard line.
All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal.
Set.
Back to the air one more time. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see him.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Jaguars have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. First and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready? Go.
He's going to look for the home run ball. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air once more on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10.
69 rate.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
70 range, 70 range. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. This is intercepted. And the Broncos have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
They'll try the right side this time. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Jaguars. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Jaguars add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Broncos. So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in Jacksonville with the Jaguars out front as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. In motion comes Thomas. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have a Broncos first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit over-eager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a run going left. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. Motion man sent right. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's to the sideline and intercepted.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Now, faking the give. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. Now the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
You can't teach speed. And a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's across midfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that mark.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open, They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
On third down, here's an option play, left side. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the point conversion.
Now a give up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful, and game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He gets this into the hands of Green. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this one up on the ground.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
They send him right out of the slot. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got the first down and more than that. And he will score again. Touchdown, Jacksonville. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in 1 game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gets home, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They send the tight end in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Let's go.
Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. That's caught left side by Cooper. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7.
Trap 60, go!
They'll drop to throw. That's to Cooper again. And he'll be taken down.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Jaguars. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Jaguars are able to extend the lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one complete right side.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Back to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Makes the score Jaguars 49, Broncos 39.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, faking the give. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Here we go. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Check. Come on. Set, go.
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to... And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I got to be honest, Mike, I'm a little surprised in the fact that they're even deciding to throw the ball, given the situation. I mean, it's unlikely that that decision will cost them the game, but stranger things have happened on a football field.
Here is first and 10.
Let's go. 19 tight. Big. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Going for it all. That is hard. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
And he'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 8-yard line. A run on 1st and goal. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.